Yo, what's up guys, the Insane Game Freak here. Change of pace, I am technically outside in I guess I'll show you. It's like a gazebo type area and everything. The outside is for there, basketball go, me. Anyways, um, decided to change the area up a little bit. And what we're doing today would be, Pokemon Black and White Episode 3 review. They did the 2 episodes for the special because that was, the first 2 episodes. So this shall be the, I'm just like rambling now. Anyways, so the episode kind of starts out where it's like how Ash and Misty's relationship first started out. Iris and Ash are arguing about dumb shit. Where Iris is like, well, I'm trying to help you, guide you through the Unova region since you're new here and you don't know anything about this region. And Ash is like, did I ask you for your help? It's like, did I ask you for your help, bitch? And pretty much what ends up happening is they end up, like, quote-unquote arguing until Oshawott shows up out of nowhere. And it's like, wait, you're the Oshawott from before, from last episode who saved their asses. So it's like, oh my god, thank you, Oshawott, blah, 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 blah. And then, they finally get the clue that Oshawott wants to be with Ash. And Ash tries to catch it. He goes from this motion to this motion. And he just goes, Pokeball, go! And it doesn't work because, it's the same Oshawott from episode 1, actually. And it already has a Pokeball, so it can't be caught by another random-ass Pokeball. So, they gotta go to Professor Juniper and be like, could you send the Pokeball? It's like, oh, thank God, I was so worried and all that other crap. And pretty much at that point, they get the Pokeball. It's like, you might want to watch Oshawott, though, because Oshawott has the tendency to run away a lot. As soon as she gets off the screen, they turn around. Where the fuck is Oshawott? So they look for Oshawott and they fall in a pitfall. Now, if you've watched Pokemon enough, it's kind of just common knowledge that you automatically think pitfall, you automatically think Team Rocket. Not really the case this time, which I thought was a good change of pace when I first watched this in Japanese. But all in all, it turns out that there's a boy there named, I think his name is Dan. It don't really matter because he only shows up for once per episode like every other filler character does. And he explains that Sandile, they own like a sand bath place, and the whole point of that is that's their main attraction. And one day one of the Sandile, a whole bunch of Sandile come there anyway, and they're usually friendly and shit, but for whatever reason that day they decide to wreck every goddamn thing. So they close down the thing. And that also explains why Sandile's been like making havoc pretty much for whatever reason. And then it comes over to Team Rocket, and Team Rocket's in the same situation. They fall down a freaking pitfall. Like, what the hell did this pitfall? It's like, and Sandile's above them. And for what reason, and that's the name of the crocodile in English. His name is Sandile. If you get the pun, crocs. You can turn people take crocodiles and turn them into shoes. That's where the joke Sandile comes from. Dial, crocodile, sand, he's a ground. You know what? Fuck it. You get it. If you get the joke, 20 points for you. So Team Rocket still in this whole Pikachu shit, which they're only going to be like that for like a few more episodes, and then they just go off on their own stuff. So I guess people who are first not watching, who are watching this for the first time in America, they don't know that yet, but I don't know if it'll be a pleasant surprise or people will get mad. Because some people got mad. They were like, oh no, Team Rocket. I like the funny Team Rocket. And they're still serious as balls. Plus they will not blast off away. They haven't done that. Even all the way in the Japanese episodes, they haven't blasted off away yet. Because what happens in this episode is they go back to, it comes back over to Ash and Iris going to Dan's sandbag place. And Ash is like, I'm a genius. What I'm going to do is to get more evidence to help Dan out with the Sandile problem. I'm going to get in there and I'm going to take a sandbag. Iris is like, really? It's like, aren't you guys supposed to be looking for Oshawott too? And then you look over, AshxIris in the same way. And then you look over across from them like, oh, there's Oshawott. Oh, that's... You fucker, you've been here the entire time, haven't you? Mm-hmm. And then fucking Sandile comes out of nowhere. And the best way to put it is that he attacks. He just attacks. He like bites. He grabs Kibago in his mouth, and they go through this little annoying crap where they have to pull it out of his mouth, and then it grabs Oshawott and Pikachu and runs off. And it's like, no! Well, no, I take it back. He doesn't run off. T-Rocket steals Sandile, who has Pikachu and Oshawott in his mouth, like their arms, not their whole empires. That'd be like cannibalism. They won't. Well, not cannibalism. That's murder. You can't put murder in a Pokemon. Who do you think this is? An anime? But anyways, they do that, and pretty much what happens from there is T-Rocket tries to get away, and they go into the mountains, and it seems like all Crocodile's buddies. I keep calling it Crocodile because it's a crocodile. So like my first instinct is to go Crocodile, even though that's a Johto Pokemon. It's water. Sandile, Sandile. Sandile's friends, other Sandile, come out there, and pretty much what ends up happening is that they trap Team Rocket's. They use like this, I guess, magnetism crane, which doesn't make sense considering the fact that Sandile it isn't a steel type. So I don't even understand how he got caught in that in the first place. But whatever. And they bury it underground. And so Team Rocket just retreats. They don't blast off, they just retreat because their shit got buried underground and Sandile got loose. And that's where you find out with everybody else that pretty much what happens there is that what happens pretty much is that it is explained that Sandile is trying to rescue the Pokemon, which is the reason why I grabbed Pikachu and Oshawott and ran off with it. He was trying to save them because there are hot geysers popping everyone out of the freaking mountain and shit. And due to his popping out of the freaking mountain and shit, it's like, oh, this is dangerous. You got to get out of here. And as they're doing this, hot geyser comes out of the water, breaks the earth, and traps like a whole bunch of Pokemon on like this little island and shit. All the little scared Pokemon. And I'm just gonna mention this because this pissed me off. There are P-dubs on these things, and in the first instinct, I was like, why are the P-dubs on the island? They can fucking fly. Why are P-dubs on the island? I thought it was bullshit. But whatever. Just throwing non-logic. Thank you, Pokemon. It's bullshit. I don't understand why they're on it. But what they do is the Sandiles make like a Sandile bridge of themselves. And Ash has to climb over it and yell at everybody to get over it and crap. And they get everyone over. And then the hot geyser comes over and tries to like fall on Ash. Which this shit's like scolding hot. This isn't like, oh, the water's hot. No, this is, I'm a leg. I'm a leg hot. So they have, don't even ask, it's a fucking plane, whatever. Well, Oshawott uses water gun to direct the water away. Fuck you, plane. That shit might be a truck, I ain't fucking know. And Oshawott uses water gun to direct the water away and almost falls to the hot spring until it gets returned into the Pokeball. So save! Fortunately, after all the Pokemon get over it, he's about to drop the Sandile he's holding in his hand because the ground is cracking up beneath him. And Iris comes over and grabs him by the hand. It's such a touching moment. So I guess you could say an AshxIris moment. First of potentially many. Now, a lot of people don't even like that because they don't like the fact Ash going with Iris. And they think that's bullshit. So I think that's pretty funny. But anyways, so after that's finished, everything's safe. Unfortunately, the sand bath down at Dan's place is wrecked, but it's being replaced with pretty much a hot spring bath, and we're all good now. We're all good, folks, and they now have a hot spring bath. So it's like, yosh, and pretty much that's how the episode ends. I mean, I guess the episode you could say ends with Sandile coming out of the ground and going like Sandile, laughing with the little, and Sandile has the little cool ass shades on. That's the one thing I like about Sandile. He has like these black, red, and blue shades on. He's like, I'm a boss. I got my nice shades on. I got my hat turned backwards. I look like a fucking pimp at a cool dude's club. Fuck yeah. But all in all, it was a good episode. The dub was fine. I'm slowly but steadily getting back into Ash's dub voice. It's not as annoying as it used to be, because it used to be really fucking annoying, but it's not as bad anymore. But it's a pretty good episode. It's more of like an Oshawott. It's catching Oshawott is the holy thing, and improving Ash's and Iris's relationship. But that's pretty much all that have that's really all consequent through this review, and you'll see Sandile randomly throughout later episodes for whatever reason. And I think this is like one of the last episodes. Team Rocket is quote unquote being themselves, because after this, I think they just get serious. After the next episode, I forget what the next episode is actually. I think it's them getting meetings. I think Cillian is introduced either in episode 4 or episode 5. I think I'm not 100% sure. I think it's episode 4 though, but yeah, that or is it's episode 5 and 6. I don't remember which. It's before I started reviewing them, because I started episode 7. So I'm thinking the Cillian stuff is like somewhere around episode 4, 5, or 6. I'm thinking 5 or 6 though. But that's all from my Pokemon Best Wishes / Black and White review. Dub is pretty okay. I like most of the voices. Ash is getting less annoying, but he's still fucking annoying. Because that's just, the fanboy in me will always love the 4Kids voice actor better. Just point blank. And I think her name's Veronica Taylor. So Veronica Taylor will always be my favorite Ash voice. But that is all for this review. Let's a gameplay to win. Get to catch them all, Pokemon, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.